Well, thing is, it's sad but true, Pradeep Bhandari and Atiku Rahman, that he got popular as Baba, but he's got nothing to do. He is actually Maulana Jalaluddin.
Absolutely.
Atiku Rahman ji is with us again. Thank you for your patience. Can you hear me, Mr. Atiku Rahman? I don't think. Yes, Pradeep Bhandari. Now, this guy was running a racket. This guy was running a racket for more than a decade and a half. 18 years he's been at it. How was he able to do this? And he spread across 579 districts. More than 3,000 people were with him, boys, whose job was to ensnare gullible Hindu girls or non-Muslim girls.
Well, Anandji, 835 cases, 1,682 arrests have taken place in this forced religious conversion racket in the last 4 years. What Jalaluddin has done, and if you recall that in 2024, in fact, I recall you only doing this story.
Yeah.
And the NI is saying that the PFI has a larger plot of making India an Islamic nation by 2047. There were arrests made in Kerala in this regard. Now, we have shown our intent very clear by making forced religious conversion an offence which can amount to cognizable punishment up to 10 years. But recall what has happened in this entire case. You have seen links coming of Jalaluddin with Samajwadi Party leaders. He's gone to even campaign for them. You have seen muted opposition by those who speak about secularism. And this is the same lobby which said that what was spoken about in Kerala files was fake news and was an attempt to distort communal harmony. So we are aware about it. Your question is extremely legitimate that why did it take us a lot of time? But the larger question here is, where will there be a national consensus on this threat which faces our country of forced religious conversion, which is a means to change demography of this country disproportionately in certain pockets, which is also a threat to the democratic constitutional principles. So this is my larger argument. There has not been a single case, if you can point out, where our agencies have discovered that such a racket is taking place, Anandji, and we have not acted for any political compulsions. You can question the alacrity of our action, but you cannot question the intent of our action. But let us flip it the other way. Have you seen similar actions being taken place in states where the India Alliance government is ruling? Say for instance Kerala, say for instance Karnataka, say for instance Himachal for an extent. Have you seen even one example where any of their leaders have come out openly against forced religious conversion? Recall 2022 when 80 people were forcibly converted to Islam. They had come back in public domain and accused at that time Azam Khan of Samajwadi Party having involved in racket. Can you name any single instance where a Bharatiya Janata Party leader is involved in forced conversion racket? Not even once. So our intent is clear, but whether same principle will apply to Atikurji or those politically opposing it in muted voice.
Atiku Rahman?
Anand, who says that I am opposing it? Our primary argument, Mr. Pradeep Bhandari, is the all states you mentioned and the years you mentioned, even if you are out of the ruling regime at Delhi, were you not in the opposition? How many times did you raise up the same Kerala story, what it mentioned, in the past 7 years, 15 years, 20 years, even during Mr. Vajpayee when he was the Prime Minister? Did you raise the point that forced conversions are taking place? That's another story, Mr. Pradeep Bhandari, that since 99 years of RSS, you RSS came on the same plank of, safeguarding the Hindu interest. You have usurped all the funds collected throughout the world just to say that you are safeguarding the Hindu interest. And my Hindu brethren got religiously, forcibly converted into Islam in the presence of the RSS and the VHP and the Bajrang Dal. How has that happened in all these long years? And just tell me one thing. If even normal citizen of India, if he is selling his gold in the market for 1 lakh of rupees just to get his children admitted to a good school, immediately the IT Act applies. And herein crores and crores of rupees, this fraud Baba was misusing.
He's not a Baba.
and it didn't.
He is
it
not a
came to
Baba,
light.
he's Jalaluddin.
He's a Maulana, sir.
Yes,
Anyway,
don't call him. He's a fraud. He's a fraud. I have no inclination with him, sir.
No,
Hanging
okay.
to death.
Now, one or two
I
things.
don't
V.S.
contest
Achuthanandan,
his
V.S.
because of the
Achuthanandan, the issue of love jihad,
Allow
that
me.
as said by the Kerala High Court, was brought out during the left rule. It was the left that actually raised this, and the first people to try and cry out loud for the sake of their community and girls from their community was the Kerala Christian Forum and Christians in Kerala who were worried about their daughters being preyed upon by these people who had an intent at that time, very clearly stated intent of converting Kerala into a totally Islamic state by in 20 years. This was what the PFI at that time had its objective. This was what is stated in court. But you had a few questions of the BJP. Yes. Pradeep Bhandari, please.
So Mr. Atiku Rahman charged that when we did not come to power at center, did we raise this? Let me go step by step. When September 13, 2008, when Honorable Prime Minister was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, he raised UPA's soft support to terrorism and forced religious conversion. So to argue that we are only doing it now is incorrect. Let me take you back even further. Go back in 2001. And in 2001, I want your attention exactly what at that time the Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee had said, and this is 28/2001, that's 20th August 2001, where the RSS openly praised Atal Bihari Vajpayee for raising the issue of forced conversion, and where then Prime Minister Mr. Vajpayee said that we have not got a policy on this since 1986 and you need a national consensus on it. That is point number 2. Let me go back even further, sir. 1999 Gujarat. Go back, and this is something which again I am quoting by fact. In January 12, 1999, debate on forced conversion heats up in Gujarat. You know, those who were raising it, it was the Bharatiya Janata Party, it was raising it. Point number 3. So do not say that we have only started to raise it now. Now let me come. Sir, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party. That is why you are able to see Prabhu Sri Ram's Mandir. We did not delay the case like Congress party did. You would have come to power, or your political backers would have come to power. So you were those who had filed cases on Rambaks. So today Sanatan is respected because appeasement has been rejected. And it is the likes of the RSS and the Bharatiya Janata Party which is at least ensuring wherever these cases are found, we are acting against culprit. Name me one opposition neta which has acted against forced religious conversion. That's the challenge. Name me one Congress neta which has acted against forced religious conversion.
In fact, yes, Atiku Rahman, but I have viewers a few observations to make. The victims, the Pidita who came out and spoke, one of them spoke with us here, and I've spoke with her at CNN News 18. Our team also interacted with her. You know what she said? 3 police officers, the local neta, all of them colluded. And when she reported it to the cops, under the Yogi Sarkar, when she reported it to the cops, they actually took her back to the same brutes and gave her back for 3 lakh rupees, which they all pocketed. Yes, today all of those authorities are under scrutiny and they're being taken to task. But for that lady, she was slashed, she was hit, she was gang raped, she was again brutalized, she was traumatized, she was threatened, she went through enormous amount of torture. And one day, finally, she got a darbar at audience with Yogi Adityanath, and that's when this whole thing started unfolding. This is after 4-5 years of trying to struggle and call her raise a voice. Now, my problem here, viewers, is that the system cannot function only when a chief minister or a prime minister wakes up to the cause. The chief system has to function at all levels. Questions have to be asked of the local BJP MLAs. Questions have to be asked of all the local BJP Karyakartas if they are committed to saving daughters from any kind of brutality or inducement or any kind of work. So that has not happened. And clearly those questions must be asked. Atiku Rahman, you wanted to say something.
Congratulations, Mr. Pradeep Bhandari, that you raised your voice. You raised your voice in 1991, you raised your voice in that year in Gujarat and that. I am telling you, you are raising this voice since 99 years. The formation of the RSS Anand is primarily on the basis of safeguarding the Hindu state, the Hindu Rashtra, the Hindus, the Hindu brethren. And where were you? You lost the game, sir. You
haven't
lost
lost
the game.
any
And
game,
this
sir.
Punjab
Let him
gained
complete.
momentum in your Raj. Shame on you, sir. Shame on you. You failed, and you should apologize to the Hindu brethren.
But what about the Muslim moderates of our country who have failed to stop these kind of entities like Changur, who are quiet absolutely today when these radicals are busy doing what they are doing? Or is it the sentiment, see, I can't do it, they are doing it, let them do, let me keep quiet?
Anand, I assure you, no Muslim organization will tell you that we are into forced conversions. No, because that is not permitted in Islam. I would, rather suggest all the Hindu brethren, the girls who are, deliberately who are involving themselves into this, take the money, don't convert. Make a fraud on
You know what,
these
sir? You know what,
frauds.
sir? Back in exactly more than 100 years ago in the 1920s, 1922 or 1923, if my memory serves me right, and this is chronicled in Dr. Vikram Sampat's commentary, that Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali are paying a visit to Veer Savarkar. You know what the problem is? Why both of them refused to shake hands? Because Muhammad Ali, Shaukat Ali wanted Veer Savarkar to stop Shuddhikaran. And Veer Savarkar just turned around and said, you stop your tabligh, you stop your forced conversion, you stop your conversion by inducement, I'll stop this and let's work together for the freedom of Ma Bharati. So Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali turned around and said, at that time, Shaukat Ali turned around, he had gone to visit, Shaukat Ali turns around and says that no, this is mandated, I have to do this. I cannot stop, but you stop. You stop bringing back people back into the Hindu fold. Because you should not do this. Because you do that, there is a problem in society and there is societal harmony is being spoiled. So this is 100 years old, sir. This is 100 years old, this is the version.
Force, if force
Allow
not
me.
permitted.
Sir,
If
forced,
not permitted, he was wrong.
induced,
He was absolutely
sir,
wrong.
forced, induced, trying to tell them that, listen, your only way out of misery is this. This is the standard thing. There is a grey line that is flirted with very nicely by the conversion mafia, be it in Islam or be it in Christianity. The Abrahamic conversion lot works via inducement. They don't work via inspiration, sir. That's the reality. I've run out of time.
10 seconds.
Okay,
It is
exactly 10.
laughable that we have done 1,682 arrests. We've bought a bill on forced religious conversion. Tell me one Maulana who says spoken against Changur.
Have to wind up.
Tell me one Maulana who has spoken
No,
against
we don't have a Maulana, but a scholar who has spoken against, and that is Atiq Rahman. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Network 18 decimates Times Internet with over 6 times more unique users on social media. Network 18, the undisputed leader of news networks, way ahead of the times.